And it has all come down to this in the Champions League final. A shootout. Shown inside. Oh, the penalty's been given. And it's not what they had in mind. It's falling apart for them. And this could really make certain. And the penalty is converted. I don't think anyone really questioned him.
Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Roman Kojo, and on this episode I'm about to show you the penalty meta in FIFA 22 that could help you improve your penalty shootout against AI especially, and against your friends in 1v1 situations. However, before we get deep into this video, I would like you to consider subscribing to this channel and also turn on the post notifications so that you don't miss any of my tutorial videos or my live streams. Penalties are slightly different and a little bit tougher to score in FIFA 22 as compared to FIFA 19, FIFA 20, and then most especially FIFA 21. Scoring penalties, and more importantly perfecting penalties, is the key to becoming an above average player. When you are up against a much better opponent or a much better player, sometimes you might need to play for a penalty, and you best not miss any chance at that or when that time comes. And it will entice you to know that goalkeepers have significantly improved this year, making scoring from the penalty spot slightly difficult. And in this guide, I will direct your focus to how to score penalties and how to select your penalty taker, because selecting the right taker can increase your chances of scoring. And most definitely, I'll draw your attention to how to know the direction in which your opponent will be playing the ball, especially when you are playing against an AI or when you are playing online. So some players like Neymar from PSG, Sergio Ramos also from PSG, Raul Jimenez from Wolves, Harry Kane from Tottenham, and Bruno Fernandes from Manchester United, Robert Lewandowski and Fabinho and Andre Silva. There are lots more good players who you can select. Now, some of these selections are also very good in real life, we can also agree. But the fact that I have mentioned these players does not mean that they are the only ones who are best at it in the game. But according to stats, they are better than every other options. So if you have all these players I've mentioned, you can use them. But if not, looking at the penalty stats from your players card in FIFA Ultimate Team is very important. This will affect the way they shoot the ball, time, and the control of the ball. The higher the penalty stat, the more chance of scoring each time. Having a higher penalty attribute can help when placing your circle to aim. If your player was to have a lower penalty rating, you run the risk of the circle shaking and not looking in on where you wanted it to go. This can skew your penalty wide to the goal and potentially cost you the game. One thing you may notice is penalty kicks are sometimes being slung wide of the post this year, when in FIFA 21 it would have perfectly slotted into the bottom of the goalpost or top corner as you were aiming or as you aimed. When aiming for the top corner, you need to adjust your power bar. You won't want more than 2 bars of power, as you can put your player at risk of smashing it over the bar if you don't time it right. So that brings me to the question, so how do you time a penalty? Once you have held your shot down or the shot button down, your player is starting his run up. You will want to hit the shoot button again as your player's foot looks like he's about to strike the ball. This should lock your aim in place, make the circle go green, and result in the ball going exactly where you placed it. This shot can also be very risky due to the height and the timing. But if timed perfectly and you see green inside the circle, put your controller down and start your celebration. Mastering the act of timing your penalty is crucial and can change your penalty success rate. Sometimes you need to just throw power and accuracy out of the window, especially in FIFA Ultimate Team. When taking a penalty and aiming to the left, your player's head will point left and the opposition's goalkeeper will notice this, which may give away where you plan on shooting the ball. Over here you can see Mane is aiming to the right. If you look at his head, he is also looking at the right corner, which is a huge indicator to the opposition player that that's the way you are shooting. To outwit your opponent, you can use this to your advantage. You can aim left and make your player's head look like he's going to shoot the ball, but as the run-up takes place, drag the aim to the right and the keeper should go the wrong way. This works best by slightly tapping the shoot button to ensure the aim is precise. If you put too much power on it, you may drag the shot high and wide. This is very effective if you time your penalty. Like I always say, practice makes one perfect, so you can practice more on timing your penalty, but if not, you can just aim to the right and make the player's head look like he's going to shoot to the right, and then you tilt it to the left and then you play your shot and you score a very nice goal. Or you aim to the left and when the run-up takes place, you quickly switch to the right and then you score a very nice goal. Catching penalties or making saves in FIFA 22 is more crucial and very important, especially when it boils down to penalties. So what I can give you as a tip in catching penalties is that you look at where the player is facing and don't make a quick move. The timing and precision should be very fast and quick. So when you get the position in which the player is facing and you are so sure, you tilt the left and right analog stick to that position. Arguably, there are also some players that could be trickish. They may be looking to the right and play the ball to the left, but your best bet is to always go towards the part or the position in which the player is facing, but don't be too quick to move the analog stick. You may also have to consider looking at the player's ears, because if the player is facing the left and is about to kick the ball, they tilt their head towards the position in which they want to play the ball. So when the run-up takes place, you quickly have to look at the player's head and you would know from where the ears are facing that the player is going to play the ball to the left or play the ball to the right. Then you quickly move the keeper towards that direction. Like I said, you would always not make a 5 out of 5 saves in every penalty, but at least if you save about 2 or 3 and make sure you score more, let's say you score all the 5 or 4 at most, you are confident enough to know that you would win every penalty shootout. Winning a penalty shootout against AI should be one of the easiest things every FIFA player or any player who want to be an above average player in FIFA should do. So the best tip I'll tell you is to practice a timed penalty or a timed finishing. If you perfect that, it is very effective in winning most of the keepers in FIFA 22. The second thing I'd like you to look at is that take a critical look at the keeper just as before you make your run. You realize that the keeper always tilts his body or his hand to a direction, either to your left or to your right. So immediately the keeper does this, that is a clear clue or indication that the keeper is going to go or dive in that direction, so you can place the ball in the other direction, and this should help you score a very nice goal. This could help you so much in your career mode or FIFA Ultimate Team squad battle mode when you play and you go to extra time and you win, or you play draw and then you happen to settle it out on a penalty shootout. It's a great advantage that will enable you win your match and cheer up, and most definitely take those bragging rights. But the biggest tip I can give you to score a penalty when playing with your mates is that you don't show your friend your controller. Get a blanket or go hide behind something or the sofa, or do everything or anything you can to hide your controller and give nothing away. Thanks for watching this video. If this video has been helpful to you, consider joining the Raymond Kwejo Gaming family by subscribing to my channel and turning on post notification. Leave comments below on how I can improve this channel for your viewing pleasure. Thank you very much.
kadia so me we na madagba no we na madagba.